Some of you will remember watching Mrs. Rathbone and I chopping ourselves to pieces using this pocket-sized dining set. So GearBest thought it would be a very good idea if they sent us something a lot safer. Welcome back everyone, and today I shall be taking a look at this ID Works Eaton tool that I got from GearBest. Thank you very much, GearBest. It comes in this little plastic envelope here. You can see it's got some pictures on the back here of all its different uses. I am hoping there's going to be very little, if any, bloodshed during this review. I can't find any really sharp edges on this thing at all. In fact, let's just take a closer look at it. This is the business end where you do all your eating with. You've got a little sort of a fork effort going on here. The spoon itself, as you see, it's quite wide and the material is quite thick too. If you move along to the handle, as you can see, it's a multi-use. We have a imperial measure at the top, a metric at the bottom. We have imperial spanner set here, metric spanner set here, a 1/4 inch square drive here. Mrs. Rathbone's favourite part, the bottle opener, and yes, she will be having a go at it later on. We have a little lanyard hole just here, and this is what they class as a pry bar stroke screwdriver at the end here. And you also get this nice little carabiner too. We don't really need the tape measure reference here because we already have some size reference on the handle here. But anyway, I've measured this thing up. I've managed to come up with a length of 127.4. The width across here, across the spoon, is 42 millimeters, and across here is 30.6 millimeters. The thickness, as I say, it's quite thick, is 2.6 millimeters. We'll take a look at the weight. 1 7/8 ounces, 55 grams. Okay, so one of the good things about this little beauty is there aren't any sharp edges at all that I can find on here. So Mrs. Rathbone and I and our fingers should be fairly safe this time, I'm hoping. I can tell you straight away, this is a very sturdy piece of kit. As you can see how thick it is, it's very sturdy, very heavy, very strong. In fact, GearBest have got it down as being made from 2CR13 MOV stainless steel with this nice black coating all over it. Quite a strongish black coating as well. We will see how strong it is when we get it down in the workshop, because I'm going to take it down to the workshop to try this lot shortly, and then Mrs. Rathbone's going to have a go at opening a bottle of cider as well. It is quite comfortable to hold despite its funny shape. There's no real hot spots, high spots, whatever in there at all. Good to get hold of. It's nice and wide. Tell you what, let's compare it with a standard spoon, shall we? Right, just grab this spoon out of the kitchen drawer. It's one of our standard spoons, look. And you can see a normal spoon is quite a lot bigger than this little fellow here. There's a fork for comparison too. Obviously there won't be any cutting tests as such with this little fellow, because as I say, it's nice and safe for Mrs. Rathbone and I to use. I have used it during the time I've had it with several meals. Let's just roll in that footage now. Okay guys, so welcome to breakfast time here at Rathbone Manor. Here we have the tactical spoon alongside my usual spoon, which is my Kellogg's spoon here. And what do I normally have for breakfast? Well, a couple of handfuls of malt wheats, some crunchy nut cornflakes, a spoonful of honey, yum, and some soya milk. Look at that. Okay, so we know that breakfast cereals are going to taste really nice with my usual spoon. That's good. Okay, so let's try the tactical spoon and see if they taste just as nice. Yes, they do. They taste just as nice with a tactical spoon, so that's good. I don't know if you can hear in the background, but Mrs. Rathbone's having a bit of a moan in there. What about pizza then? Let's have a look. Oh, dear. Can it handle pizza? Well, not particularly very well. I think we might have got somewhere though. Well, kind of. And get some onions in there. Oh, kind of. It's Tuesday, and on the menu today we have shepherd's pie. Very nice too. Well done, Mrs. Rathbone. Let's give the tactical spoon a go. Should do all right with this stuff actually. So far so good. Working a treat. Catch a bit of carrot. There we go. Caught some carrot. Trying to escape. Oh dear. That was Mrs. Rathbone's knife. Right. There we go. Nice hot jacket potato. Get the merest excuse of a little bit of cheese on here, I suppose. Well, that's the cheese on then. Can the tactical fork handle salad? Let's have a look. Well, not really. Not like that. Alright, there goes some jacket potato with a proper fork. Yep, that was easy enough. Give the tactical spoon a go in a minute. Okay. Here comes a tactical spoon. Getting in there and getting some... Oh yeah! Not too bad with the potato then, guys. Okay, so it's okay with jacket potato then, as we've seen. Very good with that, look. But not so good with salad.
Yeah, and I could have told you that.
Could you? Well, why didn't you tell me before I started it then?
Well, you wouldn't listen, would you?
No. Anyway, let's give chocolate cake a go. If we can keep it still and film it at the same time, of course. So as you can see, it can be successfully used for several different types of meals. I mean, obviously you won't be using this in everyday dining like I was. We don't go camping, Mrs. Rathbone and I, but I would imagine it should work quite well with the ordinary camping meals. You're not like to have a pizza while you're camping, I wouldn't have thought. And if you did, you'd probably cut it into slices to make it easier to eat. Anyway, as I say, it's nice and easy to handle. But what about all these tools here? Well, I think what we'll do is we'll hurtle down to the workshop and just see how it gets on. Okay guys, so here we are down in the workshop again. We'll see exactly what this little fellow can do then. And we'll start by trying out the screw driving credentials. We have the little 1/4 inch drive here, so we can fit these little fellows in. And we also have a little, what they call a little pry bar stroke screwdriver on the end here. Right then, so here we have a small Phillips screw and a small slot headed screw. So we'll try this little fellow out first. Let's get started with the slotted screw. Pop a hole in just there, bung him in, get him started, bring in the spoon, the tactical spoon as I call it. Oops, here we go. And it's driving that in. Oops, I think this screw head's a bit worn because I've used it so many times in these reviews. But as you can see, it's going in quite nicely, look guys. Oh, so we can get it in there. There we are. About time I bought myself a new screw, I think. But there we go. In we go. Great stuff. Let's give the Phillips head screw a go. Just here. And bung him in. I wonder if this is going to fit in here alright. Let's have a look. Yeah, so far so good. Oh, I'm not sure. Yes, it's seems to be doing alright so far, guys. It's quite comfortable to use actually. I've got it like this in my hand, using it like a screwdriver, and it's not proving any problems so far. I think this screw head might be a bit small for the driver bit, but as you can see, you can get the hang on, I'm feeling the back end of the spoon digging into my hand now. It's digging in just there. Look, you can see the little fork marks. Hopefully you can, because I am having to use a bit of pressure on this screw. I think it's a bit small actually for the head, but nevertheless it's going in because I said so. Oh, it's starting to jump out a bit now. It's really tight. Right then, it's time to give the 1/4 inch drive a go. I shall be using these longer driver bits, but you can also use the shorter ones. But I'm using the longer ones for ease of filming. Let's get started with the slotted head screw. Make another hole here. Pop it in. Get it started a little bit. And put the driver bit in there. This one will go all the way through, so it'll be fun to try and keep it steady, but we'll give it a go. And here it goes. Quite good so far, nice and easy. Working a treat so far then. What it's going to be like when we get down lower, when it gets in there further. Right, it's getting there now, guys. It's beginning to tighten up, but it's still not really too much of a bother. Get it in there, as you can probably see. Drive them in quite easily there. Right, we nearly bottomed him out now. There we go. Right down to the wood. There we go. Let's move along to the vise. I think what I've got here is an M6 nut and bolt here. As you can see, it's nice and loose at the moment. So just pop the spanner onto it, and it goes onto the 10mm, and we'll give it a tighten up. And I can exert a fair amount of pressure on there actually, guys. It's fairly tight. Now, and don't forget, we can't undo it this way because it'll slip straight off, so we have to turn the tactical spoon over, and then we can oh, there we go, loosen it off. So just what happens if you come across some of the much larger nuts and bolts that are holding your campsite together and they're loose? Okay, so they're obviously not going to fit into the any of the spanners on the spoon itself, so we can use our little friends here, the socket adapters. This one is 1/2 inch square drive, and this one is 1/4 inch square drive. You've seen these before on the channel. And we'll start out with a 1/4 inch square drive. You just pop them in the same hole as we were using the screwdriver bits. Pop the irrelevant size socket onto the end, like so. And we'll give this much bigger nut and bolt a go. Just run him down a little bit. As you can see, it's nice and loose at the moment. Run him down a little bit. Get the spoon on there, the tactical spoon on there, and we'll give it a good tightening. See what happens. Oh, right, so there we go. That's definitely tight on there now. Look. No damage done to the spoon, it's still nice and loose, look. We'll try and get him off again. There we go, loosened him. The other claim is you can use this tip here as a little pry bar. So what we'll do is drive this nail into the piece of wood and try to oik it out with the tactical spoon. So look, can we get underneath it? Oh, nearly. Get some splinters in my finger if I'm not careful here. Here it comes, guys. So it is doing it. Good. It's quite surprising, really. Okay, so now we've come to the end of the sort of that kind of leverage. So it's going to have to come out a bit more. Can I get it out anymore? Because we need to be able to get it under there somehow. So I've got to get it out. Wait a minute. Right, and so here's this handy little nail here. Pry bar underneath. Oh, can we do it? Yeah, there we go. It's got it out a bit more. Right, is it got it out enough? Hopefully. Yep, we can get it in there now, look guys. Hang on. Oh. Done. It went on the floor, but we've got it. Alrighty then. So as far as I can see, there's no real damage apart from just taking the finish of the paintwork off and the pry bar screwdriver end. Let's have a closer look at that. There we go. Just lifted a little bit of paint off the end here. No other damage that I can see. The screwdriver stroke pry bar. What about if we move along to the 1/4 inch square drive? No damage to that either. And I can't see any damage to the there we go, the spanner set either. Right then, let's hand over the tactical spoon to Mrs. Rathbone.
Right, this is the latest tool got for opening bottles. And here it is. And this is the bit you open the bottle. Can't speak the bottles with, as you probably guessed. Alright, let's give it a go. Yep, that was really easy.
Cool, so you like that one then?
Yep, that's really good, and it's you can really get hold of that because it's so wide, and yeah, that's really, really easy to open bottles.
Superb. Thank you, Mrs. Rathbone. Alrighty then, so the little tactical spoon has managed to handle everything we've thrown at it. Bottle opening, screw driving, eating, you name it, you can even measure with it, look. It's brilliant. And so far, I mean there's still a few more moments to go, no cuts, no blood from either me or Mrs. Rathbone. Brilliant. Okay, so what do you think then, guys? I mean, if you go camping a lot, do a lot of outdoors, this could be just the thing for you. As I say, it's quite heavy, very well made. It can handle quite a lot. You can use it to repair your campsite, or maybe if you like to take your own knife and fork with you eating out, you could repair your table if it's falling apart. Brilliant. What more could you want? And so you also get this little carabiner with it too, a little lightweight aluminium carabiner. Please don't use it for climbing. Right then, I hope you enjoyed this little review, guys. Very useful bit of kit, I quite like it. You can subscribe to the channel, that will help me know in. Thank you very much. You can click like if you enjoyed the review, and if you like it and you think your friends might like it, please feel free to share it with them too. You can also follow me on my Instagram here. You probably, if you've already followed me on Instagram, you may well have already seen this. And along with everything else I tend to put up there as soon as I get it through the door to give you guys some idea of what's coming. And you can also support the channel via my Patreon page too. And let's not forget to thank GearBest for sending this in for us. Thank you very much, GearBest. Look at that, still no blood, no cuts. Okay, coming up on the channel, if you like this sort of thing, you might very well be interested in this. GearBest have sent this in as well. This does actually contain a blade. Let's have a look. So hopefully we won't be cutting ourselves with it. So if you like camping equipment, keep an eye out for this one too. Alright guys, thanks for coming over. I do hope you enjoyed the review. I hope it was useful to you and you made it help you make up your mind if you want one of these or not. Well, thanks for watching, and I will see you here again fairly shortly. Laters!
Ruff.